Yo, what is going on, everybody? Caveman Jack back from another album reaction slash review. We are back live from the studio. Yo, hopefully, you guys are having an awesome week. Man, some crazy news. Oasis are back after teasing a comeback for a last couple of months. Noel and Liam have seemingly got the band back together. I'm not sure if they've announced the original band members as well, but all I can say is that Oasis are back and they are going to be performing shows in 2025 in the UK and Ireland, I'm pretty sure. I'm really hoping that, we get a bit of a world tour because it would be pretty awesome to be able to see them here. Before any of that happens, this is an album that I've been needing to check out for quite some time. Man, 2 years ago, I checked out What's the Story, Morning Glory. And that was my first dive into Oasis, past the classic Wonderwall and Don't Look Back in Anger, which are the two songs that I think most people are aware of. But to go through What's the Story, Morning Glory actually introduced me to Champagne Supernova. They've just announced their comeback tour. This is the 30th anniversary of Definitely Maybe. So it just feels like the right time to dive into their debut. It really was a massive project for them and really put them on the scene. It was massive in the UK. I know What's the Story, Morning Glory was really big here in Australia. But definitely kind of set those foundations. Definitely. How many times am I going to say definitely maybe on this? Definitely maybe. Oh, ugh. For me, it's exciting to dive back into this band's work, especially considering all the buzz around them right now. This is a huge deal for a lot of Oasis fans that have really prayed that this day would happen, that they would announce this comeback. Like I can't imagine. It must feel so satisfying and so exciting. Well, let's get into it. This is Definitely Maybe by Oasis. Rock and roll star. Here we go. We got the classic Oasis sound already. Righto. Here we go. I've heard this chorus. I'm a rock and roll star. I live my life in the city. There's no easy way out. I'll take my car and drive real far. You're not concerned about the way we are. In my mind, my dreams are real. Now we're concerned about the way I feel tonight. Rock and roll star. Mate, what an intro. What an intro to this band. If this was their debut, what an intro for a lot of people that would have chucked this album on, heard that first song and been like, wow, this band has prowess. They've just got that kind of confidence and swagger. I feel like it's crazy to me even thinking about What's the Story. because that felt like a band that had been doing this for a really long time. And then when I found out it was only their sophomore project, I was like, dang, that is impressive. That is impressive. For a band to come on the scene with just such confidence and swagger, it is a really cool thing to see. And a huge level of professionalism in the way that the sounds are. Rock and Roll Star sounds like an awesome way to start a concert. Like I can imagine after 15 years they came out and they played something like that to the crowd. Like, what a vibe that would be, you know? And while I was listening to that song, the guitar is obviously very thrashy, very kind of like that rocky kind of sound. They love a chorus. So whenever they can go back to the chorus, they will. And Rock and Roll Star was no different. I found that happened a lot on What's the Story. And at first, I was a little bit like, oh, are they going to do something different? Like, are the lyrics going to change? And then over time and repeated listens of that project allowed me to kind of see that their anthems and going back to the chorus brings that state of kind of the known for the listener. They know what they're going back to. Like if there's too much verses and stuff, they don't get back to those anthems.
Shake along with me. Shake along with me. Shake along with me. Shake along with me.
Going back to what I said in that first song, they love the anthems, they love the choruses, and 9 times out of 10, if you're listening to an Oasis song for the very first time, by the end of the track, you're probably going to be singing the chorus. That's a real testament to the band's ability to write catchy hooks. I just think like they love going back to the chorus because they love singing with the audience. They love kind of having those moments with the audience, and it works. For me, instrumentally, the instrumentation doesn't blow me away. It sounds like classic Oasis. Like it feels like I've now developed an idea of an Oasis sound, and people in the comments might be able to explain that this sounds like this or this is influenced by that. But regardless of that, I've now got this idea of the way the guitars sound, the way the progression is very just like Oasis. I don't know, just the way that the kind of the reverb on the guitar and the echo and just the way that they I don't know, it's a weird way to explain it, but you guys know what I mean. When you hear a band a certain amount of times, you start identifying certain sounds and you know what I mean? I don't even know what I mean. I enjoyed Rock and Roll Star more, but Shake Master, I'm still singing along, I'm still enjoying it, but I'm just imagining. I just keep going back to it. But I just keep imagining them from a live point of view, and that way it just would just capture the crowd.
Maybe
I know this one.
know how you got and grows, 'cause I just wanna fly. Maybe I just wanna fly, wanna live but don't wanna die. Maybe I just wanna breathe, maybe I just don't believe. Maybe you're the same as me, we see things I'll never see. You and I are gonna live forever. I said maybe I don't really wanna know how you got it rose.
Yeah, this is a great song.
I think you're the same as me. We see things I'll never see. You and I are gonna live forever.
I haven't really heard him do that kind of falsetto before in any of the tracks I've heard.
Maybe I don't really wanna know how you got it grows, 'cause I just wanna fly. Lately, did you ever feel the pain in the morning rain as it soaks you to the bone? Gonna live forever.
Yeah, it's a classic, mate. It's a classic, mate. Come on.
We gotta live forever. We gotta live forever. Gotta live forever. We gotta live forever.
Ever since this Oasis kind of comeback tour has been announced, my Insta reels have just been like Oasis based ones. Like people like making memes about trying to get tickets, old concert footage, uh, all the above, like anything and everything. And a lot of the reels have this song. And like I've never heard this song in full. I've never actually heard the "You and I gonna live forever," but I keep hearing that maybe I don't really want to know. And if I could say like like that, there's just that line. It's just the way it's sung is just Oasis in a nutshell, right? It just really just sounds like a classic Oasis line, right? That was my first time hearing that song, and by the sounds of it, the amount of reels that I'm hearing that maybe it must be a classic, right? It's got to be a classic. It felt like a classic. I talked about how I hadn't really heard a falsetto used on the songs in What's the Story, Morning Glory. Obviously, that's the only album by Oasis that I have heard. So that was kind of cool. It was a good use of it. Wasn't like huge effects on it. Like it had like a little bit of raspiness to it. So it just felt really more natural. And I kind of liked that. The song itself felt quite empowering. You and I are going to live forever. Like just, I don't know. I kind of, again, it goes back to that idea of I think they really can connect with the crowd, and the lines are really empowering, very easy to sing. And collectively as an audience and the band, I feel like there would be such a great connection from all the videos that I am seeing. It just seems like there's just so much love for this band. Understandably, they made some great music, but man, you see these concerts and the passion in the fans' eyes, and belting out some of these lyrics is incredible. I'll just go That's a nice progression. Guitar build.
Hey you, up in the sky, letting to fly. Tell me how high you think you go before you start falling.
Very feel good album, right? Like, I really just can't wipe the smile off my face.
Up in the sky, let it fly. Tell me how deep you go before you stop falling. It's just in case you'll never breathe it
Does sound great.
before you breathe it in.
Nice tone shift there.
How does it feel?
Back opens up again. Another use of falsetto. Maybe I need to go back to What's the Story. Maybe there was more falsetto than I imagined. But I don't know. I think I hadn't really heard them kind of go for those heights. I liked how that song combined both there, just like Live Forever. Just really kind of added a variability to it. Yeah, I appreciate the fact that there's no heavy effects on the falsetto. Might be some layers, but for the most part, it just sounds very clean, very natural, which I appreciate. I keep going back to it, but I think it's quite relevant considering, they announced the comeback tour. But man, just hearing some of these guitar riffs live would just be so cool, super atmospheric. Columbia there, like maybe like the last minute and a half of the song was just straight guitar riff, just going at it. Like, was really, really cool. Closed my eyes for a large part of that song just because it was really easy to fall into. The band seemingly talking about like a foreign feeling that was pretty confusing to themselves, but also perhaps to others around them. Whether that be them getting bigger as a band, whether that be a singular emotion like love or something like that. Foreign feeling that they hadn't felt before. Not super complex lyrics, but simple enough that fans can sing along. Quite easy to sing along to. For them to have found that sweet spot pretty early on with Definitely Maybe it's not a small feat at all. It sounds like a band that know the kind of sound that they want to go for and consistently pulling it off on this project. hear this one, the instrumentation.
But before tomorrow, 'cause my friend said to take you home. He sits in a car all alone. He lives under a waterfall. Nobody can see him, nobody can ever hear him call. Nobody can ever hear him call. You need to be yourself. You can't be no one else. I know a girl called Elsa. She's into Alka-Seltzer. She sniffs it through a cane on a supersonic train, and she makes me laugh. I got her autograph. You need to find a way for what you wanna say. But before tomorrow, 'cause my friend said to take you home. Sits in a car all alone. He lives under a waterfall. Nobody can see him, nobody can ever hear him call. Nobody can ever hear him call.
Oasis, man, on this album, they're really loving these long outros with the guitars. It's cool. It's cool. Let let it ride. Let it play out. I rate that. For all the Oasis fans, I've got a band that is very similar in sound, DMAs. I really recommend you guys check them out as well. They're an Aussie based band. Really, really cool sound. And for me, it's very clear that there's huge influences from Oasis for this band. There's a song I could pick out for you guys. Silver by DMAs. Really great track. Was huge here in Australia. So definitely recommend checking out DMAs. If you love Oasis, DMAs have a little bit of their own charm. Don't get me wrong, for sure. For sure. They definitely do. But the sounds are like they complement each other well. So I definitely recommend checking out DMAs if you get a chance.
What was that sound ringing around your brain? Today's just a feeling, got a head like a ghost train.
My cat is just so keen to the Oasis comeback shows. Must be a huge Oasis fan.
I'm scraping the lights from the soul of my shit tonight.
It looks like we got another extended outro with the guitars, man. Bring it on down. Sorry if I was slightly distracted. That that song, my cat just decided that it just really wanted like me to just pet him for the whole song. So I was giving the cat a good scratch. But yeah, once again, fairly long guitar outro. I think they love it. They love to play the songs out with a fair bit of energy. Damn, man, 30 years. 30 years this album has been out. Been around for quite some time. On the channel, we have listened to a lot of new stuff, but we've also listened to some really old classic stuff, you know? So it's impressive when an album can last and have a huge impact like this on the industry and just music in general, you know, for it's legacy, right? It's legacy.
What a life it would be if you could come somehow but see. I'll pick you up at 3:30. Well, I've side. I'll treat you like a queen. I'll give you strawberries and cream. Then your friends will all go for my side. These could be the best days of our lives, but I don't think we've been living very wise. I said, oh no, no, what a life it would be if you could come to mind but see. I'll make you work at 3:30. Well, I've
That was a fun track. That one. That was quite nice. A easy listen. The whole album has been a very very easy listen. It's stuff you can put on. You can sing out to, or you can just kind of play in the background. I haven't personally found like any song that's kind of, oh, jeez, almost broke my arm. I haven't found any song that's kind of hit me as much as Champagne Supernova did. I think that one is a case of just being so unique and just wow, like just hit all the right notes for me.
slide away and give it all you got. My today fell from the top. Need you now. You knock me off my feet. I dream of you and we talk of growing up. But you said please don't. Sliding, baby, together we'll fly. I tried praying, but I don't know what you're saying to me. And now that you're mine, we'll find a way of chasing the sun. Let me be the one who shines with you. In the morning, we don't know what to do. Let me be the one who shines with you, and we can slide away. Slide away. Slide away. Slide away.
Harmonies there.
Slide away. Slide
Yeah, so Slide Away was the longest song we've seen so far. You could tell that the track obviously meant a lot to the band just because it just felt really emotional. That Slide Away just repeated, 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 repeated. a fear of kind of losing someone, or a just a kind of cry to someone to say, let's just slide away together. Like, let's just leave all the drama, leave all the kind of crap behind, and just slide away together. We'll have to go back to that one. I feel like, yeah, that one had a little bit more of an emotional impact to it that didn't hit me on a first listen. So I think I will have to go back to that one. I like this guitar work, man. Nice.
There's no need for you to say you're sorry. Goodbye, I'm going home. I hate the way that even though you know you're wrong, you say you're right. I hate the books you read and all your friends. Your music shine, it keeps me up all night, up all night. I hate the way that you are so sarcastic, and you're not very bright. You think that everything you've done's fantastic. Your music shine, it keeps me up all night, up all night. There's no need for you to say you're sorry. Goodbye, I'm going home. I don't care no more, so don't you worry. Goodbye, I'm going home.
Married with Children, a interesting way to end. Definitely, maybe like almost like a breakup song, almost. Firstly, definitely maybe is such a great. Just saying, I'm going to use definitely maybe in a lot more of my vocab. I like it. I like it. Yeah, definitely maybe. Definitely maybe we'll be going to that event. But definitely maybe as an album, it didn't hit me as much as What's the Story, Morning Glory. I think that one probably helped that I knew both Wonderwall and Don't Look Back in Anger. This one felt like the warm up to What's the Story. Understandably, it's the debut, and What's the Story is the sophomore, the follow up. So it makes sense that that kind of occurred. But for a debut, this band sounds quite confident in the way they came onto the scene. I don't know if they had EPs. I don't know if they'd kind of built up to this. I don't know if they just dropped this and then just, exploded on the charts. But for me, very much sounds like the warm up to what we would get on What's the Story. A little bit more experimentation is on What's the Story, which I appreciated. Definitely, maybe had some incredible moments though that do stand out. Rock and Roll Star is a fantastic opener and a way to just celebrate this band as you kind of go into this album. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was an opener for a lot of their gigs. Probably one of the huge standouts for me was Live Forever. I think it's clearly a big song because I'm hearing a lot of it on reels and TikToks and such. But obviously, a big song for the band just because a lot of their kind of promotion for this comeback has involved that song. So, really, really cool track. I think that probably was the standout for me. Overall, the album's a really easy listen, quite like What's the Story. I think plenty of anthems, plenty of sing along songs that would just be, I think, have double the impact in a live sense. I feel like this album, front to back live, would be a lot better than just a casual listening experience, but you can still get a lot from a casual listening experience as well. Instrumentally, nothing really blew me away, but I often found myself really enjoying the extended outros with just the guitars playing the songs out. I think that's a really cool way to move into the next track and kind of cap off the song. I was also finding that I was singing along to most of the tracks, if not all of them. At a certain point in the song, you kind of get a drift of what the song is. And very, very quickly you are singing along to the chorus or the pre-chorus, and it's fun. It's easy, and that's really cool that the band was able to do that. Very just it's a hard thing to do, it's a hard thing to do, and the lyrics don't go extremely deep. They keep it at a level where it's very easy for the listener to connect to, understand the story and the point of the song, but not deep enough that you just it's a constant level, I find. Once again, just a fantastic time for Oasis fans, and I think music fans in general. You know, when the band split, it obviously would have been a really, really hard time for a lot of the fans. And it would have been a sad day for music as well. So for them to come back together and to do shows again, hopefully the whole band, that would be really, really cool. But if it's just Noel and Liam and some new band members, that'll also be really impactful as well. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments, are you trying to go to these Oasis comeback shows? And if you have got a ticket, let us know in the comments, because I think there'll be plenty of people that will get one. And then unfortunately, there'll be plenty that miss out. So tell us your stories about trying to get these tickets in the comments. Hopefully, mostly positive stories. I know a fair few of you have also seen Oasis in the past, which is super exciting. So go ahead and tell us about that experience in the comments below as well. Anyway, guys, if you're new to the channel and want to see more, I have listened to What's the Story Morning Glory. I'll put the link up if you want to check that one out. That was very, very early in the channel's life, and it was a really fun, really, really fun video. Shout out to Champagne Supernova, because when that song came on, it floored me. My name is Caveman Jack. That was Definitely Maybe by Oasis. Take care, and I will see y'all in the next video. Cheers.
Maybe you're the same as me. We see things I'll never see.